Hello, fourth grade mathematicians. I wanted to review adding tenths and hundredths with you and show it to you in a little bit of a different way. So, say I want to add 3/10 plus 15/100ths. The first thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look at my place value chart. I see ones, tenths, and hundredths. And I'm going to label at the top my denominator just to remind myself that my denominator is now my place when I turn it to a decimal, and only my numerator goes in. So my 3 and my 15 will go in my place value chart, and my denominator tells me where in the place value chart it goes. So your denominator is your place. So let's model our 3/10. I'm going to look at my tenths model because my denominator tells me that I'm looking for 10 equal pieces, and I'm going to shade in 3/10. I can tell that this model right here is broken up into 10 equal pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and shade in 1, 2, 3/10 there. So I know this model represents 3/10. Now, when I go put that in my place value chart as a decimal, I can see that I have 3/10. So I'm going to take my numerator of 3, and it's going to go right in the tenths place. I don't have any holes. That would mean my whole box there is shaded in, and there's no holes. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in the hundredths in just a second. So now I'm going to model 15/100ths. I can tell that this model is broken up into 100 equal pieces. I have 10 rows of 10 there. I also know that a column here has 10 tenths in it. So if I'm counting up to 15, I know that one of these is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this model represents 15/100ths. I also want to point out, if we look down here, we can see that 1/10 is equal to 10/100ths. That's really important to see. 1/10 is equal to 10/100ths. So that means that those fractions are equivalent. 1/10 equals 10/100ths. So that means that if I have 3/10, that's like having 30/100ths, and I can fill my 0 there in my hundredths place. Now when I go to fill in my 15/100ths, we can only put one digit in each of these places, just one digit. So right here, I can see that I have one column filled out. That's like saying I have 1/10 there. Then I have 5 of my smaller squares. Each of those squares represent a hundredth, so I can put a 5 in my hundredths place. This is not a hole that's shaded in, so I can put a 0 in my ones. Now all I need to do is start in my smallest place and add each place together. So my smallest place here is my hundredths. 0/100ths plus 5/100ths equals 5/100ths. 3/10 plus 1/10 gets me 4/10. And 0 1s plus 0 1s is 0 1s. But I'm not done yet, because when I started solving my problem, these were written as fractions. So I want to make sure that my answer is also written in fraction form. That means I need to be able to read this decimal to myself so I can write it as a fraction. Because your decimal form and your fraction form, when you read them, should sound the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this number after my decimal. Since there's no ones, I don't need to worry about reading that. So I have 45. Then I'm going to look at the place that it ends in, which is the hundredths. So I can read this as 45/100ths. And then I can write that as a decimal. 45, sorry, it's a fraction, Miss Cicero. 45 hundredths.